I'm Raima and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. So last कुछ videos में मैंने बताया कि how one should get into SPA and about the various processes, and also I've talked about that there are 10 departments in PG. So in my view, one should know about each department very thoroughly, and he should make a very wise decision for himself that why should one go for a particular department. So because of this, I'm starting a very new podcast series for my channel, that is Raima Talks, where we will talk about the scopes, the limitations, and everything about their department. So I'm going to be starting with my own department, that is regional planning, and I have some very amazing guests with me. So without a further delay, let's get started. So today we have Sudeshna Mitra, my very own batchmate from Regional Planning Department of SPA. One of the most amazing person I have ever met. So she did her BSc in geography from Calcutta University, and she was one of the gold medalists of Calcutta University. And she also did her masters from JNU CSRD. Also, she have cleared one of the most prestigious exams, that is UGC NET, and also she have worked as a research associate in JNU. Sudeshna, welcome to my channel and sparing some of your busiest time when we all are busy in our thesis work. So yeah, welcome to. I'm so glad to have you here.
Yes, thank you, Raima, for making me a part of your channel. And I feel so very privileged to be a part of this channel and share my experiences, my academic journey with those who will be watching this channel later.
So, Sudeshna, you have a very amazing academic journey. Can you tell me about your academic journey and what made you think that you should be a part of a regional planning department? Also, why did you choose to be in SPA Delhi over any other college in India?
Yes, as you briefed earlier, I started my academic journey as a geographer. From the geography background, the regional planner, to be a regional planner is mostly a misnomer kind of.
Yeah.
And to be very frank, very few people know that from geography background, people can come to this architectural background and be a spatial planner.
Yeah,
So yes, I started my journey as a geographer with my bachelor's from Calcutta University. Post that, and I would also like to mention the one of the most important fact that brought me to geography is that I basically loved cartography as a subject, which is more about thematic map makings, about understanding spatial data and how do you interpret it on the spatially on the maps. So that time, obviously, it was more of a practical work, and mostly the works were done by hand. There wasn't any GIS applications developed to that extent. So yeah, after my BSc, I also developed interest in social geography, and I was very thankful that I cleared GNU exam and also became a part of CSRD, that is Center for the Study of Regional Development, where I pursued my geography further. And over there, one of the very important course that attracted my attention was regional development and planning. So that is the most important thing about the course was that you get to understand the region from the social perspective. You get to understand the policies, the from the social perspective, how you understand the space. It is I'd like to highlight the fact that the one of the most important aspect of from or the learning from geography was that how do you perceive the space not only as a physical aspect, but how do you understand the abstract phenomena in the space, how do you understand the social phenomena in the space, how the interaction of the society go within the space. And yes, finally after that, I was more fascinated with regional development and planning, and that landed me to SPA Delhi. Now I would like to answer the question as why SPA Delhi. SPA Delhi is definitely one of the most premier institutes and among all the planning colleges. And and one of the important fact about SPA Delhi is that which distinguishes it from other universities or other planning colleges is that SPA Delhi has a separate course for regional planning
Yeah.
apart from other universities where mostly you have MURP as a merged course. So if we talk about the bottom up development, the region is the only solution that we can talk about.
Yes.
Region is one such aspect which talks about the block plan. Region is one such aspect which talks about the village level plan, which needs to be integrated, which needs to be thought of, which needs to be a part of the policy making process. We definitely have several, the 74th and the 73rd Amendment Act. But it's to be very cliched about the understanding is that the Acts doesn't mention about the block plan, the Act doesn't mention about the village plan. And as far as the delineation of a region is concerned, mostly we consider the region delineation in most of the aspect. We do not take into consideration the socio-economic aspect. We just delineate the region as districts. But if we regional planning also makes you understand how do you delineate the region based on the socio-economic aspect, and finally bring to the holistic development of not only the urban but the urban along with the rural. So that is what got me understanding about the regional development, regional planning, and definitely in the process, being a regional planner would not only confine to the urban development but also look at the communities or rather a community involvement from the rural perspective also.
Yeah. So, you actually summarized whole of my interview in just one question, but still, to get into more, as an architect, I know that how an architect should get into SPA for regional planning. When I was applying, I used my portfolio and SOP to get into SPA. So, how can geographers get into SPA? And also one fact that as an architect, I felt a little gap for knowing the skills, and because architecture and regional planning was quite different as a matter of a scale. So do you think that geographers kind of have that upper hand compared to architects in regional planning department?
It's Raima, you have posed a right question. For geographer, I wouldn't say anyone has got an upper hand. The regional planning course is more about you understand from each other, and it's like you understand the region from a geographer's perspective also, and how visually you can make the people understand from the architectural perspective.
True.
So that is what I learned in my course, that a geographer might have a good thinking, but how do you spatially represent it, how do you visually make it understand to the people at large, so that your presentation or your thinking is visually represented. It's much to learn from the architects as well. And definitely the planners are also there who have done their B plan and have entered in the course. This planning background is something which particularly relates with geography. Yes, you have the potential of GIS analysis, you have the potential of remote sensing analysis. I think that can be very greatly utilized in the planning spectrum. That can be very well interpreted, not only in understanding the spatial plans, but also the various theories that we learn in geography about the decentralization theories, about the core periphery theories. These theories actually find a spatial implication when you are a planner, because you are actually understanding it practically, what is happening in the cities around, what is happening with the city region. City region is one of the another important understanding in geography, city region connection. You get to understand it spatially, and what planning gives you more than geography is from geography we just stick to analysis, we just provide solutions, but we just provide solutions which are very verbal in nature, very generalistic in nature. But in planning, you are one step ahead. You not only provide solution, but you also propose several strategies. You integrate the strategies with the existing policies, and how your proposals can be finally implemented in the particular field. That is what gives you like something which is geography plus planning would add up to. And speaking about the architects, I think it's a two-way process. You learn from the either side. From the architect, you find the visual interpretation. Yes, the scale is a bit different, but that is what planning would teach you. I mean, something, if the geographer is learning how to propose strategies, I think the architecture people are also learning how to manage the scale and also maintain the visual representation. And also, yeah, like it's a holistic study. Like you learn from an architect, you learn from a planner, and build together plan.
So yeah, you are absolutely right, because we had that advantage that we had a batch of 14 people, where we had 10 architects, 3 geographers from the renowned institutes of India, and we had one planner also. So yeah, it was quite true that we all worked together and made some brilliant master plan, not master plans, but the metropolitan
Block
level
plans,
plans, block plans.
metropolitan plans,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Apart from these things, what are the limitations of regional planning department, particularly in School of Planning and Architecture, in terms of getting into it, number of seats, placement scenarios, and the competitions with the other departments? So
Now, the very true fact is that in the present context, we find that the regional plans are getting very much importance.
yeah,
But the scenario was not such a year ago. To be very precise, so regional planners, to be very frank, always faced a competition with the urban planners,
yeah,
and that is the close field of competition with the urban planners. And given that SPA Delhi is only one of that handful of institutes which have regional planning as a separate course. People always, and moreover, there are very few number of seats. I mean, it's only 14.
yeah.
Given the total amount of applications that we get,
So there are 19 seats. There are
okay,
19 seats,
yeah,
but in our batch they took only 14.
only 14. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
we had 19 seats.
So yeah, even after having so many competitive limitations of regional planning, and as you said that there is a lack of awareness. Of course, in the media also we see more of more urban planning problems. So apart from these, why do you think that one should take admission in regional planning department of SPA Delhi?
Yeah, definitely. Regional planning is obviously a good option to be pursued in SPA Delhi. One thing about the regional planning is that the scale is large, the issues are more. Uh, it's it's also about fitting the urban and the rural in the present context. It
Yes.
is also about understanding the policies from the rural perspective also, and how the proposals can be implemented in the future perspective, that would bring a holistic development. I think that is what we always talk about, but
Yeah.
somehow holistic, even when we talk about holistic development, even when we have the so-called sustainable agendas, we have the several sustainable agendas which have several that speak about the entire, I mean, they speak about the sanitation, they speak about the protection of the water is one of the water sensitive issues they talk
Yeah.
about. They talk about the environment, they talk about the poverty at large. But all these are not only constricted to urban, they
Yeah.
are also rural. I mean,
Yeah.
if you want to understand the sustainable development, I think regional planning is one of that arena where you can actually understand the various issues of sustainable development, which is not only urban centric,
Yeah.
but talk about development, because development is it's not only that small scale. It's about the several issues which are developing in the region, and development is also about not only finding the solutions to urban problem. It is also kind of adjusting the urban and the rural problems together to bring a holistic kind of resilience. If we talk about the holistic, regional development, if you're talking about it's more holistic study overall.
Absolutely. So, the last and the final question for this podcast is how are you going to take the academic journey of SPA in future?
So definitely, I would like to embark on the journey as a regional planner, which would speak also about the village level people, which would also talk about the block level plan implementations and the strategies, and obviously metropolitan region planning, which is much in talk now, which is given much importance in the upcoming time. And definitely, you can. Be the regional, I mean, being a regional planner, I mean, the course had been absolutely stunning. I mean, this is one of the best experience I could have had as a geographer. I think even the architects would agree that because regional planning is one of the aspects. I mean, lot of learning has been
Absolutely,
uh,
yeah.
it's indeed a great learning experience
Yeah.
rather, where we understand the urban as well as the rural. I would further like to pursue the academic background as well. But yeah, so far so forth, definitely embarking on the journey as a regional planner. Given that the placement opportunities are slightly of, I mean, slightly,
Slightly off.
yes, slightly
But
off.
I
We are
have that feeling
right.
that we will be in some good place in no time.
We are not losing the hope because regional planners are the upcoming, kind of much in talk now.
Yeah. So, yeah, thank you so much for being the first guest of my first ever podcast video. And I hope you do great in your life. And thank you so much for being here and again sparing some time out of your busy thesis schedule. So yeah, I would like to end this video here. Do tell me in the comment section how do you like it, and give it a big thumbs up if you like it. And I will really see you soon with a new department on next Friday. So yeah, stay tuned and subscribe to my channel for upcoming videos. There are more videos coming up. I will see you soon. Bye bye.